Welcome back to Saxthorpe. You'll see we've got the New Holland drilling the barley. We have also, you can just see heading off down there, got a potato harvester starting what proves to be 3 hours and 17 minutes worth of potato harvesting. I wish that I could afford two, but at the minute we are struggling for funds. What I do want to do is just quickly see if there is another... Ooh. It's not really much more capacity than what we've got at the minute, though, is it? No, it's not, so it's pointless. Right, we will... What's that at? 8,000, nearly 9,000. That is rapidly going up. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of carting. I have put down, you can just see it through the trees, a potato bunker. So we can be tipping into there and hopefully that will be enough storage for our spuds. So let's head down and chase this spud harvester down. So I've set it to, I think it was, I want to say 10 headlands. Lower early, raise late, because I always find on potato harvest that it tends to miss the ends. But yeah, we're already 50% full and it's not even halfway around the headland. So again, when I was just setting it off, it didn't look the best of yields, but it's a reasonable sized field. So yeah, you can see this is going to take I can well understand it taking the 3 hours that it says, which is great. So we'll get this unloaded and then we'll have a check on how the New Holland's doing. I think that's got, what, 12 minutes. Marvellous. And yeah, then we can get the rollers on that and yeah, just see how things are progressing. First load starting to be tipped. We're going on the ground first, I think. We'll do, not quite sure how many loads to be fair. But yeah, then we can use the underground storage if need be. There we go. So that was one headland. We are going to be doing some serious carting today. Which, I guess is not a bad thing. At least we can keep on top of it. And we're not paying for a worker to do that. I think we have got workers still set at 100% wages. The way that the money is going down at the minute. But needs must and all that. If we have to take a loan out, which I know I've talked about anyway, then we'll do it. But it's no biggie. We'll have the income to start paying that off at some point. Probably towards the end of the year, mind, but we'll see how we get on. We are going to need the kit, but the grass working stuff can wait till next year. We do need to get the header for the corn and the sunflowers, so priorities and all that. So we may take a medium-sized loan to start with, and then yeah, we'll go from there. But we've got the straw, we've got the canola we can sell, so December, January time, we should be able to get a decent income, which will be good. So it'll just be a bit of a stopgap loan if we take one this year. But yeah, it's progressing all right. It's just slow progress with any sort of root crop harvest, really. I don't know whether we get a second harvester on it. It seems a bit of a waste of money when we could just make do with one. Yeah, I think we'll keep going. We'll plod on and yeah, see how many spuds we actually get. Well, cutting this one a bit fine. I finished off the bits that the worker had missed in the barley field. Just set the rollers going now, and we've got a full grain tank. Although it's not a grain tank, is it? It's a potato tank? Whatever. But yes, so we're not being overly efficient there. Never mind. We'll get round there sharpish. Need to do a little bit of terrain smoothing around where I've put the bale bunker in. It's gone a little bit bumpy, but we'll sort that in a second. There we go. Did set the harvester to stop while unloading as well. I just find it works so much easier while we're doing things like this. But we're just under the 3-hour mark now, so only another 2 hours and 59 minutes to go. Don't worry, it won't be a 3-hour video. So yeah, we'll crack on. I did set 10 headlands just because these things turn like absolute barges, so give itself plenty of space to turn around at the ends. Right, we'll go and tip, and yeah, just rinse and repeat really. A quick update while we unload again. I've set the John Deere in field 28, which was the canola field. That is mulching. We've got the rolling that's nearly finished just over there. And what I'm thinking, pay attention so we get this trailer emptied, is that we're going to take a sowing contract. So let's just, this is the one. So field 8 with wheat. We're not going to borrow the equipment. We are going to wait until the New Holland is finished, and then we will stick that on the horse drill. That'll be just under 14 grand in for us. We should have enough seed. 2,816 litres of seed. Yes, jobs are good. And okay, cool. Right, so when that is finished with the rolling, we'll catch back and I'll show you how we're going to set that one up. But yeah, for now, back to the spuds. We seem to be making steady progress, and that 2 hours 43 minutes, I don't know, and it probably is accurate, but it just feels like we're getting through it quicker than I thought we would. So yeah, we'll see. What's the rolling got left? 4 minutes. So okay, I'll catch back with you when we are sending off the New Holland to do the wheat contract. Right then, so we are in the New Holland, and I remind myself which field we're going to. Field 8, which is down there. Okay, so target position is field 8, course play. Now if we right click, and in fact let's do it this way because we want to clear that course. So no course, and we are going to go to field number 8. Target position is there. Open the course generator and we'll do 3 headlands smooth. Yeah, knock that down a bit because it's a contract. Generate the course. Close that and start. No, done that the wrong way. Have we got that? There we go. So that will now drive to the field and start the job. We're on first waypoint, so job's a good one. Not quite sure why it's snaking so much. There we go. Is it going to make it? Yeah. Right. So we have emptied. Let's go back to here. Right, what were we? 71%. That is on... Yeah, it's on course play. Yeah, that's fine. Lovely. Right. Getting a little bit of lag. I don't think I've done that right, you know. That doesn't seem to be. Yeah, no, it seems okay. Must just be we've got a lot running and letting it... the computer's got a lot to think about. So we'll follow this, or I'll follow this down. Keep an eye on the potato harvester as well. Lots of juggling going on, but it's going to be a productive day and we should get a fair amount done. Well, some time later. I think I messed that up. I don't think I should have started the job. Wrong mode. There you go, yeah. So, we can just click that. There we go. Maybe I need to research how to do that better. Don't follow that as a tutorial, will you? I have disabled the fertilizer, so it doesn't need any. It's just gonna put the wheat in, and jobs are good. And so, not quite sure why we've got a traffic jam. Now we're out of the way, but what we do need to do is head back to the spud harvester because that is full. Started to tip into the underground section of the bunker now. Just so we're not driving over the spuds. Where is the harvester? Of course it's going to be the furthest away point. But we'll get back to it, get it unloaded and crack on. The John Deere has got 26 minutes left. So that's plodding away nicely and behaving itself. And we are 2 hours 24 minutes left on the spuds. Hopefully once we start the up and down rows it will feel like we're making a bit more progress, but the field is nicely opened up. The corners are a bit weird with this machine, but not to worry. We've got we're gonna have plenty of potatoes. So there we go. Still a fair amount left to do, but yeah, we're getting through it slowly but surely. So it's just popped up. Field 8, which is the sowing contract, is 70% complete. So that's good. I think I think that 13 grand is going to be eaten up by leasing costs of the potato harvester and worker fees, which is less than ideal. I'd forgotten as well that we were leasing the mulcher, so obviously that's been working away and yeah, costing us, but you know, needs must and all that jazz. So I think the harvester is on its last headland, so depending on how full it is, we'll get it emptied before it makes a cut in, I think is going to be the best plan. So you can see now why this field is going to need ploughing. You know, if you were doing this in real life, the amount of, because it's so narrow, the amount of, like, not tram lines I guess, but passes that the harvester has to do would make sense as to why it needs to be ploughed afterwards. There we go. Can we sneak through that gap? Just about. So we'll let it get round and we'll unload it before it starts the cutting. We've got 7 minutes left on the New Holland and 8 on the John Deere. So yeah, all going well. I don't know whether to... I think we'll keep hold of the mulcher for now. Pointless to return it at this stage. We'll just bear the costs of leasing it because we're going to have the corn to do, the sunflowers, etc, etc. So yeah, we'll keep hold of it. Alright, it's cost us money, but we need it, so That's the plan with that. The only other thing we've got at least is the lime spreader, and we're going to need that as well. So, yeah, I think, well, possibly this episode, but definitely next episode we'll be getting a loan and actually purchasing outright some of the equipment. So, yeah, that's going to be the plan there. So, we'll follow this to the end of the last headland, get it unloaded, and it can cut in and be on its merry way. So I just thought I'd show you this, and I don't get it with potato harvesters and courseplay. It just makes such a mess of it on the lands. You watch what it does and you think, okay, if you reversed another 10 foot, you'd be fine. So this will go down here now, turn around, and it'll make a right mess of the cutting. It's a very, very... For a clever mod, I don't get why it doesn't overly work with potato harvesters. Had it on Calmsden. It's just very, very odd. So that'll turn now, and it'll reverse. You watch it do it perfectly now. But no, look, if it had gone back a bit more, straightened itself up, it would have made that cut perfectly. But now it'll go all the way across, back on, and it'll miss bits. Very, very odd. Might be me, might be the way I've got it set, but yeah, I can't think of any other way to do it without it making such a mess. But hey ho, it's working, and yeah, we can just let it run now. Keep an eye on it. I think the John Deere is nearly done. That's on its last pass. There we go. The New Holland has finished. So let's take that cash. Is much, much needed. There we go. Not doing anything with these. Don't think. Cultivating contract, you lose 2 grand, you lose 2 grand. Are any of them for the same person? No. That's annoying, because we could have used the kit. I wonder whether we just do that and let it run on courseplay, maybe. Maybe, or maybe not. Right. Let's close that. We'll bring up that, and we want cow farm. We'll go sheep farm refuel, because it's a sheep farm. That'll head out the field and make its way back to the yard. Well, I've gone for it. Another 15 grand we'll get ish from this one. So yeah, courseplay is going to run the cultivating contracts in 15 for us. Whilst so we've got the mulcher here ready to mulch later on. We are going to find the harvester. It's on probably the longest runs it's going to do now, I think, ish. So it is filling up rather quickly, but it's not a bad thing. You can see it's still missing bits. I don't know. Really, honestly, if anybody knows setting or something I'm missing, please do let me know, because it is quite frustrating, I think is probably the word we'll use for that. So we'll get it as emptied, ooh, overshot, as empty as we can. There we go. But our little trailer is managing quite well at the minute, so jobs are good in there. And yeah, we're just plodding on through. We are over halfway, believe it or not. It feels like there's so much left to do. But yeah, in fact, let's get this tipped and we'll have a look at roughly how much we've got so far. We are probably... Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get it tipped and then we'll have a proper look. As of recording, the grain dryer mod is still pending. I think from... So, Giants are at Jamescon? No, they're not at Jamescon. They're at Gamescon. So, whether that affects anything, I don't actually know. I think the last time the testing list was updated, it was Kermit that did it, and not Chucky. So, and it's summer holidays, you know. They are a relatively small company, I guess, compared to the likes of, I don't know, EA or... I can't think of many other games houses at the minute. Although there are loads. That just shows my lack of current knowledge on popular games, I guess you'd say. But yeah, so they are a relatively small company. So if people are on holiday, which, you know, they are allowed to do, I guess things stop. But, you know, whatever. It will be... What will be, and it'll get there in the end. No doubt it'll fail. But it's just part of the course. So, we've got an hour and 23 minutes left on this, and we've obviously just dropped over another hour of rental, because the money has plummeted, which is ridiculous, really. I know, yeah. I know we're running 3-day months, so effectively 1 day is 10 days. That makes sense. 1 in-game day is 10 days. So, yeah, I guess. Still pains me. Still pains me, and I guess it does others as well. Which is why you get people doing demo days. You know, and it does happen. You know, I watch Wardy's Waffle. You'll hear me mention him a lot. I watch a lot of his stuff. And they had a John Deere, I want to say an X9, but I'm not sure it was, combine on demo the other day. And then they had a Case combine with a Macdon flexi header. So, you know, it does happen. You know, dealers do demo days. That's an easy one to say, isn't it? So, yeah, I guess it is quite plausible when it's done in-game as well. So I think the plan is we're going to let this progress a lot further. We'll keep unloading it, and I did say we were going to have a look at how much or how many potatoes we got. So 183,000 litres currently, and that doesn't take into account what is on the floor, so probably over 200,000. In fact, if we go up here and click on field 34, 335,000. I can't believe we put 100,000 litres on the floor. But, hey, that's, yeah, some going. Right, we'll crack on. You can see it's making a complete hash of the turn. And I'll see you in a little minute. So a bit of in-cab stalking of the potato harvester. And just look at that money. I genuinely think this is the poorest I've been in FS so far. With no real sort of light at the end of the tunnel. No sort of, I don't know. Court Farms, we had the silage. Haven't got that now. We didn't have any grass. So, yeah, it's scary. It's going down so quickly. Yeah, we're going to have to put some effort in with this one. But that's quite cool. Bit of a challenge. The sheep challenge. But, yeah, no, it's all good. Can't grumble too much. We've got fantastic, you know, starting equipment, so to speak. So, yeah, all good. Right, we will let that go. We'll go and tip. Now, the other thing is the that. 1,500 quid an hour. The other thing is, we might not need all of these potatoes. So, you know, there's the potential that we could sell some. It's that unknown of how much are the sheep actually going to eat. We'll see. I have... Well, we have plenty of time. We have the option to borrow considerable amounts of money, I would imagine. So yeah, we'll be alright at the end. But yeah, below 1,000 quid now. We're going to be in the red before we know it. So yeah, I will get this tipped. We'll go back to the field. And yeah, we'll just crack on. And the money is what it is. So I've just been thinking, and the only thing that we need from grass to feed the sheep is hay. Now we could use... We've got plenty of other things that we can use. We could make hay pellets. Maybe not. But we've got a decent sized grass field there. Now, depending on how it goes with the sheep in the two pastures we're going to put in over there, here, just where the mouse cursor is, we may turn this field into another couple of pastures, possibly. I think what we'll do first is see how much we get off of the bigger grass field. But yeah, that could be a plan, rather than having to remove the cow sheds and put in some other form of sheep pen. We could maybe use that field. It's a potential idea, but we'll see how we get on. Now, where are we now? We're 43 minutes, let's say, away from finishing. Again, it doesn't feel accurate. I don't know, really. You could lose hours in farm sim, and I do on a regular basis. This is a bit of a labour of love, this one. I hope it's not too bitty and back and forth, but it's just one of those jobs, really. You can't show it all, otherwise we would be here for 3 odd hours, and nobody wants that. So yeah, it's just one of them, really. While I remember, thank you very much to the YouTube channel members and the Patreons. You are brilliant. Thank you very much. You must need your heads looking at. But yeah, no, seriously, thank you very much. Do appreciate it. It is very, very cool. So, we have got... Let's have a look. Let's just do that. We've got 7 minutes left on this job. Not taking long at all. That's probably what? Going to be 2 passes maybe after this one. Fantastically wide piece of kit, that. But it doesn't feel out of place on the map, if you know what I mean. Looks pretty good. So we can let that run. Mulch is there ready. We can find our class. And yeah, we'll just carry on stalking the potato harvester. So that's it. We are down to our last £100. And I think if we go into the negative, the workers will stop. So with any luck, the New Holland will finish. There we go. Right, let's just stop that a second and collect on that contract. Wowzers, that was a bit close. So we've got 14 grand just over to get us through finishing off the potato harvest. And we've got half an hour left. We might just do it, I think. Don't like it. I don't like not having any money. This is against the Cartech rich mentality. But it makes it a bit different, doesn't it? Not flush for cash. So we have got to think about what we do and what we don't do. Right. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get this to where we're nearly finished. And yeah, we'll catch up then, I think. So I've taken over the harvesting of the potatoes because we are at 2.9 hours. And if we go over the 3, we are going to be, well, back down to about 2 grand. So I think we're actually going to have to stop the harvesting before we finished, because it's just not worth it. Sounds a really daft thing to say, but we'll get down this end and I think we'll call it, because yeah, we just can't afford to lose another 11 grand for an hour that we're not going to use. There is not £11,000 worth of potatoes there to harvest, so tough call, but I think it'll do us better in the long run. It's not like we haven't got enough. I think we're around 360,000 litres at the minute, so yeah, shame to waste it, but needs to be done. So I will go as far as I can and I'll see you when we are unloading. Well, that's it. Everything else on the field will have to be just mulched and ploughed back in. Like I said, I'm not going to risk going over that 3rd hour. So there we go. That is that done, and we will just hop out and get rid of it now. In the right menu might help. 2.9 hours gone. You. I don't think that I've ever been that close or I've had to waste a crop, really, which is a shame. But yeah, never mind. Right, let's get this tipped and see how much we've got left. Last load of spuds going in, and we have ended up with, let's have a quick look, 405,000 litres plus whatever is on the floor. So not a bad haul, probably worth all the money in the end. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.